Hi guys, welcome to the Unzip Reality Podcast. This is where we unzip the zipped things. My name is Redempta and on my right I have
David.
And today we have a very interesting topic. And if you're there, please comment where you're watching us from. Please share, please subscribe. And today we're talking about 50-50.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people have opinion about this topic. I have opinion, I know you have opinion. And if you're watching us, please let's engage in this topic. Give your comment, give your, like your experience and everything. And my question will be, in this current economy, should we do 50-50 in a relationship? This is whereby a man provides 50% in every bill and also a woman provides 50%. Is it right?
Okay, thank you very much, Renata. Yeah, I love your question. Said if we should have a 50-50 in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I believe that 50-50 is the best attribute to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But there is another a clause in what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Because you might be dating somebody that is less privileged.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? For instance, I believe in a relationship. If you are well to do, you can develop your spouse or your partner. You understand? Whereby after developing the person financially, that is trying to create an avenue for him or her to make money, because it's not always the man that has the money. You understand?
Yeah.
Sometimes, but not all the time. And few of the times, yes.
Yeah.
The women also has money more than the man. You understand?
Yeah.
You develop your partner financially so that the person can be able to be up to date financially in order to support you in that 50-50 stuff. But whereby the lady is maybe financially buoyant on her own and the man is also financially buoyant, I really support 50-50.
When I'm talking about 50-50, guys, I don't mean like in a relationship whereby, we are dating, like I'm coming to your house. No, I'm talking about 50-50 when it comes to marriage. I don't know if you get me. And if you say 50-50, supposed to apply, right? It's not only about finance. If I'm applying 50-50, if I'm paying bills and you're paying bills, you're also doing chores and I'm also doing chores. Do you agree with that?
Okay, in all these things, in all this mentality, sometimes it's all about our African mentality. You understand? Because in the Western world, I've not been there though, but I've read and I've read. You understand? So, like there are women, they believe in that whatever you bring to the table, I should be able to support you. You understand? So in the house as well, being the man as well, since it's not about because it's 50-50, you can as well be able to support your wife with the house chores in the house. So it's not a problem having equal duties in the house as well. It's not a big deal because it's not about partnership. You understand? So you cannot say because your wife is meant to be in the kitchen and then she's down, maybe health wise, then you as a man cannot support. No, it's not okay now.
And I understand that part. And most of the time, let's just be realistic and let's be honest.
Okay.
You can say that when we do 50-50, also men can supposed to do 50-50, men can clean. But in reality, let's be honest, men don't do that.
I know.
Men don't do that.
No,
it's
no,
very
wait
fast.
Wait,
It's very
wait.
difficult.
No, I will not allow
It's
you.
very
No,
difficult. Wait
no,
fast.
wait.
Let me finish. It's
Okay,
very
okay,
difficult. You will find that a woman is going to work, yes. A man is also going to work. Okay? But if the woman comes back home, she's the one who's supposed to do it.
There's something I want to chip in now. For instance, now, do you know that even right from onset, the 50-50 thing has been there? Can you tell me yes or no? Wait, I have a point there because there was something that I read somewhere. People were like, okay, if men say 50-50, that means they should be able to carry Bella as well. Okay, Mona, go carry sperm as well. You know how many sperm they carry for body?
Even as we carry,
Yes, you carry eggs now. We carry
Yes, then
sperm.
we're in the
So
same.
everybody
We're in the
carry
same.
his or her own
We're in
thing
the
now.
same.
No, it's not the same. Oh. You know
So
carry
because
sperm.
yours is sperm, yours is ovaries is
You
different.
know how many millions of this already inside?
How many eggs do you think I have?
You should have millions as well. Now what you carry now? Me too, I carry my own. You cannot carry my sperm and you carry and I'll carry your
Can
own.
you carry my egg?
Yeah, I can't. That's the 50-50 we are talking about. You understand? No. Get me right. That's the 50-50.
No.
You understand?
Let's talk about 50-50 that is realistic, because
No.
when it comes to sperm and ovaries, that
It's not realistic.
change.
No.
It's changed.
No. From onset. No. It's realistic.
It's
No.
not, because that's how God has built us.
That is. I said that from onset, that men and women, man and woman, has already been created with that 50-50 mindset. That's what I'm saying. Because women, it doesn't take only women to make children, and it doesn't take only man to make children.
Guys, what do you think? Guys, please, I just need you to help me here. Like, nisaidieni kwa sababu, you see, like when this topic is being brought up, we find other issues to bring in, like, oh, you cannot make somebody pregnant, you cannot carry a child.
Definitely.
That's realistic. Like that's something that you cannot change. You understand? But when it
But
comes
it's not unrealistic, right?
yeah, but it's not something that you can change, because God has created that in us. You understand?
Definitely.
But when I'm talking about, you are talking about when it comes to something that can be done and something that cannot be done. You understand?
Okay.
So if you're talking about finances, right? We can decide a man will provide fully, because there's that aspect that he can provide. You understand?
Yes.
It's different from that. Let a man carry a child, he cannot carry. You understand?
Okay.
So if you're talking about let's talk about this and this. We're talking about 50-50. Okay. A man can decide, I don't want my woman to give me even 1 shilling, right? And also a man can decide, okay, I want support for my wife. You see, there's option.
Yes.
When it comes to cost, even in the house, like cleaning and everything, a man can say, no, I can never find myself in the kitchen washing when there's a woman in the house. Okay. And then there's another man is going to say, no, I cannot watch my wife, my partner, she's sick or maybe she's tired.
Okay, but let me cut you short.
Wait fast. And I cannot help. You see? So let's talk about something that has options. Okay. Not something that we cannot control.
Let me cut you short.
Yeah.
All that you say there, the institution of marriage is made it that 1 + 1 is 1. You understand? It broke the law of mathematics. 1 + 1 is 1. That is to say that the two of you, whatever you are doing, you are one. You understand? Okay, if the man is making the money, and the woman is making money as well, whatever that comes up in the family, whoever that does it, there should not be attributing any name. Is the parents. You understand? Is the man and the woman. Is the man and the woman that did it. You understand? It's not the woman that did it. It's not the man that did it. The both of them that did it. So as well, when it comes to the house chores, the man being the head of the family, yes. You understand? When you are healthy and strong, definitely know that your man has always been supportive with the things that you do. But there are things that you not allow your man. Maybe when you have visitors, you allow your man to be cleaning when you are there. Maybe if for instance, maybe you are not healthy, you understand, it's a different ball game altogether. The man can support very well. But when it comes to that aspect, the woman should at least attribute some
more than
exactly. No.
To outsource.
No, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to where you are going. I know where you are going. In that same vein, you understand, in as much as your wife is supporting you understand, you shouldn't make it that it is not her responsibility fully. You always show that you are the man of the house by making your provision to be more louder than the wife's own. That is what makes you the man.
Now,
you understand?
Now, let me ask you a question. We have this saying, right?
Okay.
That the responsibility of a man in a house is to do what?
To provide and
protect.
Exactly.
I've never heard a saying whereby you say, responsibility, a woman was created to help a man to provide and to protect. I've never heard that one. You understand? And in also the same aspect, you are told that when a man provides and protects, that's where a woman
organizes and
even what do we
kind of bring
we
things.
subdue
Okay.
stand. So you cannot expect me to worship everything, and I'm still working as a man.
As
You are yeah, like I'm working as a man.
I'm working as a man.
You understand? So to me, I'm going to say this: if a man is protecting me, if a man is providing for me, there's no reason why I'm supposed to allow him get out from work and find dishes in the house.
Okay. I want to give you an instance. So sorry to cut you short. You understand? For instance, now, you are now talking that the responsibility now should now be that man must provide. Yes, man is providing. But I'm asking you now, for instance, in a situation whereby one of the partners are down, for instance, let me say maybe the lady is down, maybe she's pregnant. You mean because you are the man, you cannot help with the chores?
You have to help.
That's what I'm saying. So that is to say that if the man as well can, in a point of time or whatever, at any time, reduce that mindset of I'm the man. You two also should not leave it that it's only the man that will provide it. That's what I'm saying. You understand? Maybe something came up in the house and the man is not around, and you have the money, and you still calling your husband, okay, say light don't finish.
Yeah.
I see provision now.
I understand.
Wait, sir. Mr. Sweetheart, honey, this is whatever. Light don't finish for house, so you can send money. And you have money in your own account. You don't even know what it's passing through, wherever it is. Because no matter what, the universe has made it a kind of, in a way, that women are more favorable than men. True of us. As a man, you have to struggle for everything that you want to get.
That's why God created us as your helper. God, if He did create us I want to. You guys were created, and then us, you're supposed to
like small girl with big God, right?
Yeah, we are supposed to help you, not to do the things that you are doing.
Yes.
We are here for help. Yeah, so we are helping.
Yes, I agree to that. That's why I'm saying I never said that it's not your role to help. It's a helpmate. Yes, I understand. But there is another mindset that plenty, especially us the African women and all these things. Another mindset that maybe they believe that down to even buying of pure water in the house and everything is the man that will provide it, which is not good. Women also earns respect. You understand? Women also earns respect in the house. For instance, when you are married, maybe your wife is a bank manager in the bank. Do you think that the man will talk down on that woman anyhow?
Oh, so but if you don't have work, he's supposed to talk.
No. I'm not talking about if he doesn't, if the woman. No, just understand what I mean. In the sense that this, as her status in the society, her also being able to provide in the house as well, support her husband. You understand?
That makes her better. That makes her better because she can provide. She can help the husband provide.
I said support.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same.
If
support means that if, for instance, now the house rent.
Wait, excuse me. Providing.
Wait now. If for instance now the house rent now is, let me say, 50,000, for instance. You understand? Then the woman is now maybe is bringing like, let me say, 15k, and the other man bringing the other one. The man will not use you to play. It's not because of the money you are bringing. It shows a self-respect and it's giving you some attributes to your own. He can never talk down on you before you are afraid, and he will always want to. You understand? You know what it means?
No. I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
I don't agree with that. You cannot say because this house, like for example, you are living in this, you're in a house that you're paying 100k shillings, right? Because your man has brought 50, he's providing. But because the woman has brought 50, she's supporting. What do you mean? Because I've told you about if a woman is providing, you're saying, wait first, I finish. You're saying a woman is supporting, but the man is providing. If the man has come with 50 shillings, 50k, he has provided. If the woman has also come with the 50k, she has also provided. So it's not about support, they are both They have both provided. Okay. And also on that aspect, you're saying that if a woman helps the man, to support in the house, that man will not look down upon that woman. It's not true. You can still support, and if a man decides to look down upon you, he will. Even if I don't support, right? For example, even if I don't have money, there are other things I'm doing. Maybe I'm helping him emotionally, maybe when it comes to house. He doesn't have a reason to look down upon me because I'm not supporting him when it comes to financial.
That's why I said initially I made mention of financial development, developing your understand. For instance, now you marry the woman, a son who is not maybe she didn't go to school or she went to school but she has not gotten a job. You understand? And you can invest in her.
Yeah.
There is something that you can do that you can invest in her. You understand? Investing in her is for you to make her to be able to, so that, because let me tell you, a tree they say that cannot make a forest. You understand? So if, for instance, now cost of living these days, as we said initially, there was a time you said concerning the economic situations recently.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. So cost of living these days is not a child's play. You understand? So if, for instance, now you now develop the woman by investing in her after everything. So maybe when they have any small issue in the house, the woman will start calling you. How will you feel?
Now that's depend on the kind of woman you're marrying.
That is what. But in the general context now, how are you going to feel? Maybe if you are the man, just put yourself in the shoe of the man.
If the woman,
After developing the woman, investing in her, maybe opening a shop for her, and the shop is booming very well. You understand? And when the children needs one or two things, she'll pick up phone and call them.
Now that will be basically upon the character of the woman.
Exactly. That's
You understand? Because you can, that you cannot apply that when it comes to everybody, because there are good women out here. I had a scenario whereby a friend of mine lost like everything. When it comes to work, he was fired, he sold the car, everything. And he was the full provider of that family. The wife was also working, you understand? But the man was fully providing for the family. And then all of a sudden, he doesn't have work. He doesn't have any source of income. And that man had, set another class of standard when it comes to the lifestyle. So the children know certain kind of lifestyle, you understand? But right now, we cannot give them
I
cannot, because he doesn't have work. And this woman, the one that they were in a relationship with, nothing changed. You understand? Nothing changed. That if the children were taking chips for lunch, they were not taking ugali for lunch because the man, you know why?
Okay.
Because when the man was providing, this is whereby you marry a woman who has brains.
Yes, that's
Wait fast, I
exactly.
finish. This is where you marry a woman. I don't know, guys. If you're watching me now, this is for you. This is for you. You understand? If you're watching, if you're a man, this is whereby you marry a woman with brains. That man lost job, lost everything when it comes to areas of income, but nothing changed in the household. Nothing. Nobody would feel like these
Nobody
people
noticed.
are hungry. Why?
Nobody noticed what was happening.
Because when the man was providing, the lady was also working. You understand? But the lady was wise enough, and she was like here upstairs, she was good. She invested the money that she used to save, because she doesn't use the money that she is using. Now you find that they still have money, they're still eating the way they're supposed to eat, because when the man was providing, the woman was doing certain kind of, okay, now babe, we don't have money, it's okay, I still have money to pay rent, I still have money to pay school fees, I still have money to. That's how it should be. But you entering a relationship as a man and say, "Oh, I'm entering it, but I must ensure that my woman has to help me." As a man, you won't even grow. You're supposed to come in that mentality that I want to fully provide for my woman, so that it can make you work even extra hard. Even if one day you go low, now that's where the woman comes up. You understand? But the mentality of that, and the relationship supposed to help me first work in whereby you don't need anybody to support you.
Sure.
You understand? And then after that, everything comes in hand. Because as women, I can be married to you and you see me like, this day is just like this. But one day I'm going to surprise you, babe, you already like built a house.
Okay.
That's where the type of woman that you marry matters a lot.
Okay.
You understand?
There is this incident as well that happened. You understand? This woman was being developed by the husband. You understand? The husband invested in her. After investing in her, developing her very well financially, and a sort of what you just said, of what you just narrated, yes. But this one was the other way around. You understand? In this case now, after the whole thing happened, this woman, all the money that she made when the husband was now having crisis, she was busy using it to sponsor her brother abroad and other things, and doing it for the family. Whereas the husband was dying in abject poverty and everything. So in that case, people were now asking, if for instance now a man earns 200,000 and the woman earns 500,000, who's going to resign the work? For instance now, and there is need for one to resign, who will resign?
If there's need for one person to resign, I think the man should resign.
Yes, but if the man resigns, how is he going to do? Because the mentality what he does portray is just for a single soul. You understand? And these things can happen in like 1 out of 100. You understand? Because there is already a mindset.
Yeah.
That is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not like you cannot find good women that where you say when the man is down financially, even when the man did not support her, was not the one that developed her. You understand? But she knows that this man, when he was in well to do, that this man was doing his work as a man. You understand? So then when he's now down, there are some women, but in all those some, what they say is majority.
Yeah, true.
The rampant thing, the majority things that is happening is that women don't even believe that they are supposed to even buy a pure water in their house. And that is very, very wrong. I don't support
That's
that.
the mentality.
That's the reason. Because in our fathers in those olden days, we don't expect those kind of things. That's why we didn't see those kind of things in those olden days. You understand? I can say
In
that.
old days, the man was providing fully.
Yes.
The work of the women was just to give birth and cook food and make sure the home was enough patch. When it comes to provide, women were not providing.
Yes.
That you cannot.
Was the olden days. You understand?
The one that you're asking, the one that you're talking about, like before, there was no whereby a woman was providing.
No.
There was no. It's the man who was doing all those. But a man, you will never see a man in the kitchen. You'll never see a man with a broom. That is traditional way. You understand? Yeah. Now this is the time that people are evolving.
Yes.
Also, women are getting into business, men are getting into business, people are sharing chores, you understand? So I understand the point where you say majority of women, when they help a man, and they have to speak it out. They say, I'm helping this man, you understand? And it's very difficult to find a man saying, I'm helping this woman.
They said there's something they say that if you want to know the kind of woman you marry, if you want to know the kind of woman you marry, maybe you just take like, let me say, your annual leave and tell your wife that they've sacked you in your job. And I said your annual leave is 1 month. That means you
will be this 1 month.
Yes.
Okay.
That means you'll be at home for 1 month. Let the woman feed you. Just highest 1 week, the whole compound have known that you are not working.
That will depend on the woman.
Yes, that aspect, just few days that the woman fed the husband, the whole compound, the whole street has already known that the man is not working. So that is a very wrong narrative and impression, because I don't believe that if something that is 1 plus 1 equals to 1, that maybe there is a saying that whoever that has money should bury the father. Say it's not the eldest son that killed him. What does it mean? It means that, for instance, in a family like this, who has the money, even if it's the last one, even if it's the second to the last one, normally it's for the firstborn. You understand? But in a case whereby the firstborn doesn't have the money, whoever that has can support and make it so that, because it's for the family that you are doing it for. not for the, if there is a reproach, or if there is maybe a shame to the families, to the whole family, if there is a lifting up or whatever to the families, for the whole family. So everybody has his own belief, but in general terms, what I'm talking about is the majority.
Yeah.
Because I believe there are still good women out there.
Yeah. This is a question that I'm asking my viewers, and also I'm going to ask you the same question. And I have a question, right? If you're watching me and you're a woman, and maybe, for example, your man doesn't have any source of income right now, right? Or maybe he doesn't have job to do, or any other thing that can generate outcome, right? Can generate income. Sorry for that. Can you submit fully? Can you be submissive when it comes, because if we find out, we always know that if you want a woman to submit to you, or maybe to be submissive to you, the man has to provide. That's what we always know when it comes to the normal society that we are in.
Yes.
If you provide for me, if you take care of me, if you protect me, I'm going to be submissive. But if you cannot do all of those things, then why should I submit to you? Now, if you're a woman and your man is not providing, your man is not protecting, do you have a reason? Do you have a reason to submit to him? You understand? Do you have a reason to be submissive, if that's the right word? Will you find it offensive when your woman is not submissive to you because you're not providing?
The truth of the matter is that as a man, if maybe you lose your work, you lose what you're doing, you understand? A man has this kind of spirit that he never relents. You understand? In as much as you are not doing anything, there's no way you know that you're not doing anything. Every morning, you must have to wake up, go out there and look for something, no matter how small. Because if there is insult in the family, is one of the things that brings the family down. You understand? For instance, your wife is no more respecting you because you lost your job. You understand? And she's not talking to you anyhow because she's the one providing. You understand? So in that aspect, as every man, nobody would be okay with that. Nobody would be okay with that, because you are now denting his reputation as a man and respect.
What
You understand?
What if in a case whereby a man doesn't have a job, doesn't have any source of income, but still,
whatever you see,
wait fast. In
and he doesn't struggle to.
In a scenario whereby a man doesn't have a source of income, a man doesn't have any means of provision to the family, right? And when he wakes up at 11, stays in the bed until maybe 2, asks for something to eat, and then sleep. In that scenario, do you expect the wife or the woman to still, be submissive to you? No, I will not be okay with it. I'll not be okay with it.
Sure.
I'll expect you, even if you don't have work, even if you're not working.
Wake up every morning.
Let me see you trying something.
Yes.
If I can see, okay, he doesn't have anything right now, but he's trying.
Exactly.
I don't have any reason why I'm supposed to feel bad because he doesn't have, because he's trying.
Exactly.
But in a scenario whereby he doesn't have, but he doesn't give, any effort.
He's not making any effort.
I'll say, no, I cannot do this because, I cannot provide for my family, and you are
Why you are there as a man, you're
not sick, there are jobs.
Whatever you see in that scenario, you take it, because that's what you deserve and that's what you want. You understand? Because every morning, instead of you are not doing anything, you understand? Instead of you to at least wake up, take your dress up and go out, look for a job and find other menial jobs that you can even engage on. You understand? At least when you are coming back, if your wife is one bringing like 20 to 2,000, you come back with 500 and say, babe, use this one, I'm supporting you with this. The respect will still be there for a reasonable woman. The person will know that, yes, this man, he doesn't have something doing right now, but the way he's making efforts, it shows that one day things go better. Everybody lives in hope.
He's not at work. But I don't think that should be the scenario whereby you feel like you just need to pretend that you're at work so that you can avoid something from the reaction of the person you're living with. You are supposed to have a relationship whereby if you don't have work, you can still openly go to your wife and say, babe,
Your partner
or
should
your
know.
partner say, I don't have work, this and this. Because most of the time, men are scared to say that they have lost job because they know if they say that to the wife,
They might lose their respect.
the respect will go.
Yes.
Like the wife will say, "Oh, now I'm going to start providing. Why would you do this to try to do this and this and this?" That's why you find a lot of men will hide that kind of information because they don't want to be embarrassed.
But to me,
Because you find a woman will say, well, children, please eat that bread that I bought for you. You understand? But when the man was
the
buying the
children
bread, but when the man was buying the bread, the woman was not saying, okay, children, please eat the bread that the father bought for you. You understand? So I understand that perspective, and that's something that women should work on when it comes to that. Your man should be able to tell you when he's high and even tell you when he's low.
That is
You
where
understand?
communication comes
That's
in.
when communication comes and
in.
what are
Because
you?
to me, you see that scenario that you just painted, I'm
Mhm.
not very, very fine with it. That is to say that there's no good relationship and communication with the man and the wife, because your wife should be able to know that what you are passing through. You understand?
Yeah.
She's your helpmate. In fact, she's one that will be encouraging you, giving you hope. Like, hey, baby, it's not the end of the world. Yes, you lost your job. There was even a time you don't have that job. You will still survive.
Yeah, true.
You understand? You will still strive. I get hope in you. I know who you be. You know they give up. You understand?
Yeah.
Those encouragements alone will make you every morning go just wake up.
Push.
You understand?
Yeah.
Push as a man. Man, no dey relent. You understand? You can only get tired and rest for some time, but man, no dey relent. That zeal to make it no dey ever comot. You understand? Every morning with that encouragement and everything, you will be pushing harder, and before you know it, things go turn up. So you hiding it from your wife is just I don't see it as it's not a very wise movement. You understand? So
Yeah.
that is my own take in that
Yeah.
scenario that I just
Be-
put.
yeah, before we wind up, we have come, you say that place that you're saying is not appropriate for a man to hide it. Understand? To hide whatever he's going through. Now that's where friendship in a relationship is supposed to come in. You're not only my husband, you're supposed also to be my friend. You understand? And if you're a woman and maybe your man is not in a position to provide for you, and you know that when this man has money, he's a good man. You understand? But the moment that he doesn't have money, now you become like, you know what? Let's eat bread and milk that I bought with my money. The women who are like that,
Yes,
they'll come say, children, what snacks do you want that I want to buy with your so that the man can hear? But the way there's that aspect that it's her money. And that's not the way you're supposed to encourage a man by giving him, like the headlines of whatever you're doing. Babe, let me pay rent with my money. No, you understand? Because when he was paying rent, he was not saying, you are not saying, maybe I've paid rent with your money. You understand? So it's something that's supposed to, you're supposed to, come together, talk about it, listen to each other, don't judge each other. You understand? That's where love will come in. That's whereby that's why you twist that they're shaking your relationship to see, is this really a relationship or you're just there for the word marriage. You understand?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, there's a time in a marriage where it's going to shake.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe you guys were so good and now maybe things are not going well. What are you going to do to test your relationship?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're a woman there and your man is not doing good, please don't disrespect him. Understand? And if the man is not doing anything to change the situation, like I'm saying, like maybe he's sleeping the whole day because my woman is providing, and
that means
so I'm not supposed like to look for work because these things happen and she's supposed to support me. That is not true. If you don't have work, go and find work. In the process of you finding work, this wife is going to help you. And if you find or not, now that's why you know the kind of person you marry. So it's very important to know the kind of person that you are going in a relationship with. You are going to marry. Yes. Not even because relationship is not the same as marriage. You understand? If you are dating, I can decide, you know what, I don't like you anymore. No, nothing big will come out of it. You'll cry, I'll cry, and then you'll move on. But it's when it comes to marriage and something that has been solidified, it's not easy like to get out of it. So you're supposed to be very careful to who you are marrying to.
Exactly.
You understand?
So, and also my word to the men is also that you should not have that mindset that women should be the one that does everything in the house. You understand? Because in as much as God has said the marriage and said marriage is 1+1 equals to 1, knows you are. Because the two of you, in as much as you are the head, you also support your wife, whatever like you. And also try as much as possible. For instance, if you are the one that is more worthy, because sometimes they have that mindset that, oh, if I develop this woman, man, at the end of the day, if anything, if I go broke or whatever, this man might need me. You understand? Yes. And I don't believe, I don't blame them. You know why? Because those things do happen. You understand? When the woman is in the upper hand. You understand? But it's still, I can still say that in as much as the conscience that God built in us, a lot of the women also still has it. So if you can be able to develop your wife as well financially, for her to be up and running financially, you understand? Because nobody knows what tomorrow will bring. You understand? So that even if in the course of the everything, anything happens, maybe you are financially down or whatever, at least your wife can still support you. Life is not that difficult and hard. It's just understanding. You understand? So that is what I have for the people out there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching us. Thank you for, having us. And please, if you are here and you have not subscribed to our channel, please just subscribe to our channel, share, download, share, follow us on all channels. Come to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We are everywhere. Guys, just tell your friends to subscribe, and I'll appreciate. If you have any remarks, if you have any comment with the topic that you have just discussed right now, feel free to comment, feel free to share, and you are going to read and you are going to be thankful for your cooperation. Otherwise, have a nice day, have a good day, and thank you.
Thank you.